So my name is Ingrid Sthare, and I am supposed to be telling a story. And I picked the story, a romantic story, a matchmaking story, a love story for you. I am a matchmaker and a relationship coach, and I've been doing matchmaking and relationship coaching for 20 years. And one of my favorite stories, I have a number of really good stories for matchmaking, but one of my favorite stories is my first coaching client. He was my very first coaching client. I worked for a national company and they asked me to put together a package for coaching. And so I did that. And this particular client was close to Charlotte. So we would go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and we would, I would teach him how to fish. I would teach him how to date, and we, go over etiquette and what to do on dates and different things like that. And I would be looking for people for him, of course. And I'd take out ads and I'd work with other matchmakers. And it was a relatively difficult time. It was over a year and he was starting to get pretty bummed out. And finally, I, with another matchmaker in North Carolina, we coordinated for her client, which was a female, my client, who was a male, to meet. And they met, and they actually met during the recession. So this is a little bit of an old story with a new twist. They met during the recession, and he was very successful, and his business started to fall apart during the recession, and while they were courting and while they were dating. And she was also successful, and and her business was fine and able to keep the two of them afloat. They lived together for a little while, and they ended up getting married. And last year, I guess it was about last year now, they came and they called me. They've kept in touch with me over the years. And last year, they contacted me and asked me if they were going to drive to my area and take me out to lunch. And so I said, sure, I'd love to. I had never met her before. I just saw her picture and saw her profile and agreed to the match. And so I was excited to meet her. And we all went out to lunch. And at lunch, he gave me this $5 bill that I still have framed. And he said, I just wanted, because the packages were a little on the pricey side. This particular package was 9,995 United States dollars. And he said, and that's kind of a sales thing that is done where people end things in fives. They don't want to say it's $10,000. So $9,995. And so he gave me this $5, which I have in this little frame that's in my office, which is behind me. And he said, I just wanted to give you this $5 because this is the best $10,000 that I've ever spent. And that's my story. And so I guess I can add that they were a beautiful couple. They're in their 60s. She's beautiful. He's wonderful. They're madly in love with each other. And it was actually more than a $10,000 match because she had to pay too. So because she had to pay her own matchmaker. But let me tell you something. The average divorce is in the United States, it's $16,000. And that's just in litigation alone. So it's a lot of times it's really worth it to hire a matchmaker for you to find that right person for yourself. It couldn't be the best investment that you've ever made in your life.